I prefer. Here comes our guest right now. Let's put a pipe in it. Let me cut the music. Put a pin in it, not put a pipe in it. That's a different show altogether. Welcome, Vaughn Vertigo. I don't got any cool intro for you tonight.
Oh, that's fine. Am I in here? Am I?
Yeah,
you're working.
Oh,
you hear me?
Yeah, you're live. I
got a mic here, so I don't know if it's.
We're extremely professional. We're live.
Perfect.
We're kicking it. Normally, I have the great Ryan Romano on Twitter. I'll send him who we have on the show. He'll give us an awesome little intro. And when you originally were scheduled to be on, he had some.
Sorry about that, by the way. My apologies.
No, it's fine. We don't. It doesn't bother us at all. It's not a big deal. But so I said, oh, we're gonna have Vaughn Vertigo on, and he had some personal issues at the time. Apologized, said he couldn't get to it. I forgot to message him again to say, oh, he's on this time instead.
Yeah.
So we don't have that great intro, but that's all right.
That's fine.
We've never claimed.
That'll be an intro. It's okay.
We've never claimed to be that professional. We try. We pretend at times. How you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good. How are you, man? So you got a very professional bar setup. What is this?
This is my sanctuary.
This is great.
From down here. So there's a bar, and then there's like my video game set up over here, and then where the girls. I have 3 daughters, so that's their
side of it
over there.
It looks great.
It is. I love it. Thank you. And this is what my wife used. This bar right here. She used it to convince me to move.
That's how she got you to.
That's how she got me. The last place we had, I loved the backyard and all the stuff I had going on there. But she used this to convince me to move, and it worked.
I mean, that's a pretty good selling feature. I think I'd take that too.
It definitely worked, and I hate moving. Moving sucks.
That's the worst.
Just absolutely terrible. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing fine today. I'm a little fired up, so I'm going to try to tone it down a bit.
I'm going to assume you're fired up because of everything that, all the releases and whatnot happened today.
Look, I feel bad. I feel bad for those people. Yeah. They lost jobs. This is what I do. I take the wrestling right out of it. And these are people that lost jobs today.
Yep,
and that exactly
sucks. They're humans. Yeah.
But
with families and
but it is a business, and that's how it works at times. Yep. I'm also very fired up by the writer who I just learned about 2 days ago, and now she got let go a day later before she could get a chance.
Yeah, that part's really shitty to me. Like, I don't understand how. Like, because she didn't necessarily have all the knowledge as a writer, but that's not part of the job requirement. Like,
right, you
can learn things as you go.
She was not writing a 6-month Aces and Eights angle. She wasn't doing that. She's writing one-liners for Byron Saxton. That's what she was going to do, and she wasn't given that chance.
That's a shame because there's not very many. Like, to my knowledge, I don't know how many women are on the writing team. Was that the first one, or has there been? I have no idea.
I'm not privy to that either, but at least this was the first, I guess, vocal one that we knew. Like, hey, look, I'm female. I'm out there. I'm on the writing team. Female, person of color. I guess I can say that's okay out there. And then the internet wrestling community takes a shit all over the fucking headlines because she didn't know wrestling because she made a joke about Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
But they should be more upset they broke up the Hurt Business.
I'm very upset about that. I don't think they should have broke them up at all.
I'm going to try to stay poised.
I say we should move in. We should ask Vaughn how hard it is to write a wrestling show.
Good transition. It is, right? Because you are the mind behind, big shout out to Love Wrestling, you're the mind behind Backyard Pro, which, by the way, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm the mind, but collectively it's kind of everybody's mind. It's not necessarily like I don't come up with everything. We kind of come up with we kind of all pitch ideas and it's kind of like an amalgamation of ideas essentially. But I'm the one putting it together and physically doing the editing and shooting everything.
That's true. Season 3, June 30th. Look at me. Look at me.
That's right. Next Wednesday.
That's right. Look at me. I never remember any of this stuff. That's why I'm excited.
I'm glad you remembered that. So it means our promotional techniques are working.
I love Backyard Pro.
Thank you.
And it came my preview for Fox Now. I'm sorry. Son of a bitch. I had Fox Now on so I could watch SmackDown, and I thought I was logged in to my internet provider or whatever the fuck I got to log in to watch it, but I guess it was the preview pass. So now it's sitting there with the sign in, and I can't do anything about it. Not a big deal because I have a guest on tonight. So how exactly did Backyard Pro come about?
Well, like any good kid, my backyard wrestled. So
did you have a trampoline in your backyard?
I had a trampoline, and I can send you a photo after, but actually you can see it in the GF Hardy vignette from the first season. But I had a trampoline with posts around it with ropes and turnbuckles. It was basically a wood cube around a trampoline that my dad built. And honestly, it worked pretty good as a ring, but we destroyed that thing.
Yeah.
We spent so much time on it.
Yeah.
But I always had this, love for backyard wrestling because I did it as a kid. And then when I started training at 14, that's kind of when I got away from it.
You got away from back. So at 14, you start training. But you can't technically train. What were you doing at 14?
What do you mean technically train? I did technically train.
Or you could get I guess. All right, I phrased that wrong. You could.
And listen, in the UK, they train at 8 years old. So 14 is not I know at least in Ontario, there used to be a limit. You used to have to be 18 to start wrestling training, but that was actually abolished maybe a year or two before I started training. So I was one of the first 14-year-olds who actually was able to start training. Yeah.
I didn't have that. I did not have that. I know. So you started at 14 years old. Good gosh, man. I was not I was into wrestling at 14. I might have been doing some backyard stuff at 14. I was not training to be a wrestler. How did you fall in love with wrestling? I mean, I understand, I guess, how you fall in love with it, but what was it for you?
I mean, it's kind of hard. Everyone loves wrestling, but they can never really pinpoint exactly what it is that they fell in love with. Yeah. But for me, it was my friend's aunt. And I'm not my friend's aunt. I didn't fall in love with my friend's aunt, but my friend's aunt.
Hold on, we're gonna clip that.
Let me clarify.
There we go.
It's fine. It's fine because this will clarify. But my friend's aunt is Trish Stratus. So growing up, he would always do these grade, in elementary school, you have to do speeches. He would do a speech about his aunt, Trish Stratus, and I'd be like, I don't know who this is. Years later, we go to a movie gallery because we didn't have a blockbuster in town, and I rented SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. And who was in the game flipping through the people? Yeah. Trish Stratus. I was like, oh, what the hell? That's my friend's aunt. That's so weird. Anyways, I played the game with my friend, and then I fell in love with the game, and then he kind of convinced me, hey, maybe you should start watching SmackDown on Fridays because I already had the channel. Yeah. So I started watching SmackDown, and that was at the end of 2006.
Wow, that's insane. So the video game got you hooked.
Yep.
Then you watch it. Then you build a ring out of your trampoline. And
we wrestled in the basement first, and then it was just a trampoline with the net around it, and then we destroyed the net.
Yeah.
So then it turned into a ring essentially.
Yeah, I told my daughters if they destroy their net on the trampoline, it's gone. That's what I told them.
And that's pretty much what my parents said to me, but then I convinced them to build a ring. So
yeah, you know how hard it is to take down a trampoline and move it.
It's the worst. Do you guys do you have snow where you are?
Yes, tons. Yes.
Do you take it down in the winter?
We just got it.
Okay.
It was their Christmas gift this year. We put it up after the winter, so we haven't. I'm not planning to take it down.
I would recommend it because ours got super rusted.
Damn it!
But that was after 5 years or something. But because I still had that trampoline in my parents' backyard until I don't know, probably 5 years ago, and then when they took it down, it was really depressing.
I'm very concerned about this whole backyard wrestling trampoline stuff because my daughters watch wrestling with me. My daughters are gymnasts. My daughters
That's a bad combination.
They listen, it gets worse. they understand stuff. And like in the winter. So the winter, for example, before the trampoline gets there, they're doing because they can do backflips.
Yeah.
For gymnastics. Mm-hmm. So their stupid dad says to them someday, "Can you do a backflip and just land on your stomach flat?" My wife's like, "What are you talking about?"
That standing moonsault.
Yeah. My oldest is like, "Sure I can." So as soon as I say that, my wife says, "Oh my God, you're making her do a wrestling move." And she does it, and she has a perfect. So in the winter, they're like on the back porch, and we have big snowbanks all built up. They're just flipping off of it, doing moonsault. And now I'm getting very concerned that one of my kids is gonna like, I don't know, it's gonna turn into Jordan Oliver or someone. Or no, no offense, I love Jordan Oliver, but it's just gonna like start giving people Death Valley drivers through tables. Like, when should I start getting concerned? Should I get concerned?
I mean, it's hard to say because like I would say that trampoline wrestling wasn't, super safe.
It's not.
But like I would like any like new person that was introduced to our trampoline wrestling league, I would train them, which meant like come over for a day and I'll show you how to do a couple moves so you know how to do things like safely, and then you'll be allowed on the show. I didn't let people just come in and just like do whatever the hell they wanted, right? I wanted to make sure people were doing things safely.
Obviously. To a degree.
But I don't know what it's hard to say because like if those are my daughters, I would also be I'd be kind of scared.
It's a tough situation because they're really good at gymnastics and they know what they're doing. But
true.
If you try to wrestle, quote unquote, wrestle with them, it gets a little wonky. One of them's really stiff. She just needs to go to Japan. And the other is extremely dramatic. So she's like the Miz, I guess.
Okay. It's a weird combination.
It's an extremely weird combination. But enough of me. This isn't about me as much as Vanessa says it is. It's not. This show's not about me.
I thought it was called putting you over. That's right. Like
supposedly. Your love for wrestling. You weren't even big into sports, right?
No, I played soccer when I was a kid. I scored like 2 goals and then retired from soccer. I was not good. And that was like over like 6 years or something. I tried in like high school. I was already taking wrestling training, but I tried to do other things like swimming and like drama club and basketball and other stuff like that, and I just never, I don't know, it didn't hook me like wrestling did.
But were you athletic? Were you must have been athletic.
No, not really. I mean, I think honestly my athleticism came from jumping on a trampoline. Like that's kind of what gave me it. I was just very hyper as a kid, and I think I just wanted to run and jump. Like I would literally spend like, it's June, like I would spend as soon as like school ended, in the summer, I would spend pretty much every day on the trampoline. If it was raining, I don't care. In the winter, if it was snowing, I don't care. Like I would always be on the trampoline.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do when it's snow. They can't wait for it to snow. Go out there. What'd your parents think when you said so? At 14 years old, you tell your parents, mom and dad, mom Vertigo and dad Vertigo, I guess. I just rented SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Now I want to train. Like, what was how did they respond?
I mean, first they thought wrestling was a phase before I started training. So I think at this point I'd already been watching wrestling for 3 years or something. And they knew that I didn't really have any like extracurriculars. So they were pretty actually supportive of it.
That's good.
The only problem is that, I was 14 years old. I couldn't drive, and training school was about an hour 15, an hour and a half from my house. So my dad would actually have to drive me to wrestling training on Saturdays. They ran Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I had school. So I pretty much only went on weekends, which was I felt pretty bad for my dad because he would drive into Toronto pretty much Monday to Friday. And then he'd have to drive again on Saturday and take me to wrestling training. And he would just go like sit at Burger King for 3 hours while I was wrestling with these like 40-year-old men.
He didn't. He didn't want to stay. Like watch.
My dad never stepped foot in the wrestling training like facility. He just didn't. He was like, "It's your thing. You deal with it." My mom came in once to use the washroom, and Squared Circle Training, where I trained, I used to have this. The one washroom had like a bunch of like bikini girls on it, and
So
my mom came in.
well.
Yeah, my mom came in and used the washroom, and she's like, "Oh, it's an interesting place in here."
This is high class.
Yeah.
Squared Circle. We've talked to a couple people from there. I'm hoping Vanessa can remember them because I can't. I want to say, we talked to Gabriel Fuerza, your tag partner.
Yep, he's from there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's the one I remember. There, I sound smart now.
Yeah, there's a bunch that are in like the same like kind of like age group as me that came through Squared.
Yeah, we talked to someone else, but I don't remember. So I was when I was prepping for you, I watched your matches. You come off to me very hard hitting, very technical. I guess stiff. I don't know. Everyone's definition for working stiff is different. Me and Vanessa had.
Were you watching me and Fuerza? Because that's probably why.
I might have been.
I'm pretty stiff with it.
I might have been. You give me a Ring of Honor, I guess, vibe to me. Yep. For the people out there that may not even have ever even heard of your name, how would you describe your style?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I would say I'm a little more. It depends if I'm, on the babyface side or the heel side.
Okay.
On the heel side, I think I'm a lot more of like an arrogant kind of Adam Cole like character, where I kind of tone down a lot of my flashy stuff. Yeah. But if I'm a good guy, then I tone up a lot of the more aerial stuff I can do and try to take. I'm not as confident as a babyface. I find.
I was gonna say, what do you prefer? What do you prefer to be?
I much prefer being a heel, but I know that my style works much better as a face. I'm just trying to find the blend between the two, because I do a lot of cool stuff that doesn't necessarily work as a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
So I think I've only seen you as a babyface.
Yeah, so that's. I feel like I'm a little. I don't know. I kind of get painted as like a vanilla babyface sometimes, but if you watch my heel work, it's a lot different.
Well, I think Adam Cole's a good barometer there because he's got a lot.
I get compared to him a lot for my heel stuff for sure.
He's got a lot of quote unquote flashy moves, and he's a prick. So.
Yeah, exactly, and that's pretty much what I love to do. So
there you go. Now you have been, and you talked about the UK when we first talked at the age of 14. You've been all over the world. First of all, the UK, Japan.
I have not been to Japan.
You have not.
I've been to.
You have not.
No.
See, we'll edit that in post. But you've been to the UK.
Yes, I've been to the UK, Germany, Italy, a little bit in America. I think that's everything. Not so much around the world, just more Europe.
I'm so bad with geography that I would never know if a place was in Europe or not.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Never. Yeah, I would never know. I literally have written down here, why the UK as opposed to Japan? So I read that quickly and was like, oh, he must have gone to Japan. But you obviously didn't. So I will now ask you, why the UK as opposed to Japan?
Well, the opportunity came up in the UK. I didn't have an opportunity for Japan.
That makes sense. That's very logical.
No, I knew a guy actually from backyard wrestling named Ollie Peace. He ran a promotion called WrestleForce in the UK. Going back a little bit, I had a conversation with the head of Smash Wrestling back in 2016 when I was 20 years old.
Okay.
And I kind of asked, like, what do I need to do to get better, to get on these bigger shows, at least in Ontario? And they just told me to make a bigger name of myself. So I took that as, fuck it, I'll go to Europe, essentially. So I hit up the guy I knew, and then he got me a couple bookings. I wrestled Kip Sabian on my first UK show for DOA Wrestling. And then from there, it kind of snowballed into 5 more tours, which, took me to Germany and Italy as well.
PCW Road to Glory, shined in that?
Yep, that was the pretty much the last thing I did before the pandemic. That myself and Brett Banks were over there for PCW, WXW, and then we were supposed to be there for 4 more weeks, and then obviously the world shut down. So we kind of had to make a decision. Either we were going to wait it out or come home. And thank God we came home, because that wouldn't have been good if we waited 4 weeks.
You would have not. You never made it back home.
I never would have. I would still be there.
What resonates the most with you from your time in the UK?
It honestly just feels the most like being a wrestler as it can be, because like it's not glamorous. Like you go over there, I don't necessarily have much of a plan. I know where I'm booked, but then it's like, okay, so whose couch can I sleep on tonight? And then they'll take me to go get food or something. Like it's every day is different, and like I grew up very anxiety ridden, so this like challenges everything in my body.
It's given me anxiety just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's super. It's annoying, but at the same time, it's like the best experience. Like the guys that I grew up falling in love with are the journeymen. It's the guys like Brian and Eddie and Jericho, the guys who traveled the world and before they made it to TV. Like that's what I wanted to do. So being able to have that opportunity is like it's second to none. It's the best thing in the world.
And they did, yeah. Jericho, Eddie, they did.
Yeah.
They hit every. They did. They traveled the world. They hit everywhere you could think of before they showed up on ECW or WCW or wherever the case may be.
And that's why they killed it when they got there, because they had the experience of going around the world, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Some of these guys get signed at like 21 years old now, and they don't have the experience, right?
Yeah.
And they look at today, like a lot of guys got canned and they're like 23, 24 years old. They'll be back, but probably not till they're like 28 or 29.
Yeah. Yep.
What it is.
It's how it works, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a wrestler, I guess. But that's how it works. You said you were you came over to the US for a little bit, but you obviously wrestled in Canada and the UK. What's the difference between the crowds in the two?
The UK crowd is very boisterous and loud and drunk, which makes it a lot more fun. Like I know the PCW tournament I did, I was a big heel in that one, and the crowd started chanting like, "No one likes you, no one likes you, no one likes you, Vertigo." Or like I'd come out and they'd be like, "Hello, hello. I'm at a place called Vertigo." I don't know. They're just very creative what the fans give you. Like there's a lot more to play off of.
It's like a soccer crowd. Like
exactly.
I'm a big soccer fan, and there's a lot of musical crowd participation, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's very similar as anywhere else where there's like your family friendly shows, and then there's the more like smart mark shows. It's the same sort of thing. I try to get a mixture of both when I go over.
So you said Japan is, I guess, a dream of yours, or
I mean, everywhere is a dream for me. Japan would be wonderful. I just don't know necessarily what promotion I would fit in. I've never contacted anybody in Japan. The only contact I really have, actually, I have two contacts for Japan who I guess I could ask is my friend Akira works for All Japan, and then I wrestled Kaito Kiyomiya when he was in Canada, and he works for Noah. So maybe eventually I'll reach out to those companies.
I was gonna say because you're traveling that same Jericho Guerrero
trying
path for sure.
Yeah, that would definitely be the next step for sure.
Yeah, but Fuerza. So you and Fuerza obviously tag team. You mentioned how you
stiff each other,
huh?
Stiff each other.
Yes, exactly. And so you guys were a tag team, but you also traveled the entire Ontario area. Now, I Vanessa can help me here because I don't know. To me, Ontario is like a city, and it's not that big. So I have no idea.
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
It's like Texas. Think Texas.
Yeah, if you were to go to
might be bigger.
Well, I mean, it's like Southern Ontario. If you go from Windsor from one point where like Impact or Border City runs to Ottawa, where like C4 runs, that's about a 9-hour drive.
So is it okay? I'm gonna get to Fuerza.
And then there's further north from there too.
Yeah,
like,
but there's not much wrestling up there, so nobody really goes up that way.
No, like maybe Thunder Bay, Sudbury. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thunder Bay.
There are shows in Sudbury.
I've heard of Thunder Bay.
That's good. I've been there on a work trip. It was very cold.
I think.
Yeah, no doubt.
Pearl Jam played there. I think I have one of the CDs from Thunder Bay. I think
probably.
But okay. So help me with geography for a second. So
sure.
Ontario is like a state Like if I was comparing it to
yes.
the
Yeah.
U.S.,
Yeah,
so it's like
a state.
a really big state though,
Yeah.
Yes.
like Texas.
Here, you know what's a good way to figure this out is there's this new thing on Twitter called WrestleMap,
Okay.
which
Oh,
are
yeah,
my
yeah.
friends who make it. If you look up WrestleMap and you look at Ontario, you'll be able to see all the promotions and how distant they are. There's tons of them though.
Yeah, I don't know who the guy that runs it, but I saw him on the Nation show.
Oh, he's super cool guy.
Yeah, he was.
As soon as I saw him put that out, I was like, "This is exactly what I need," because now
Yeah.
I know where promotions are in Japan. You know,
that'd be cool. Can you have a profile, log in, and click all the places you've been, and then track yourself as opposed to just promotions?
I don't think so. I do actually personally have like a Google Map of that, but it's not public. It's just something I keep for myself.
Interesting.
But no, I don't think there's a profile thing on it. That would be a good suggestion for him, though.
That guy's gonna have to contact me. I have phenomenal ideas.
Hit him up.
Keep track of your own spots, your own promotions, the card from the promotion, who you wrestled, the match time, the finisher. All right, we're getting on.
Oh man,
now we're getting on hand. So you and Fuerza traveled around Ontario. Did you guys try to beat the system and just go to promotion to promotion and wrestle each other?
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, we didn't necessarily really want to be a tag team when we started. We were just kind of they didn't have anything for us, so they kind of put us together and Alexia Nicole, and they're like, "Hey, you guys are young, you guys are ravers," and we're like, "Yeah, we don't party."
That's what
and they're like, "You guys are ravers." We're like, "Okay, whatever." So we're ravers. But after our home company kind of folded, that's when we kind of kind of before that we started reaching out to we just started showing up to all these different companies, and it just like the pre-show match ended up always being me and Forza for the most part.
Yeah, I think he said he preached the same thing. Like, you guys weren't a tag team. You guys were booked as ravers, but you had no idea.
Yep.
We're not really.
We actually we hated being ravers at the beginning, but like by the time we were wrestling Aeroform and the Young Bucks for the tag champs on the show, like we were like, yeah, this is great. We're ravers. Like, we were so excited about it. But then the company folded, so it didn't matter.
Another one of my favorite things that I discovered when I looked up your matches is your theme music. Very 90s.
Yeah.
90s.
I mean, it's current.
It is current.
Was it? It's Heat of the Moment, I guess, is the one you saw, or was it like a morning?
Heat of the Moment you had.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. I wanted to play it. I wanted to play some of it tonight, but Twitch will.
Oh man, that song gets it gets copyrighted.
Yeah,
all the time.
Oh my goodness, on YouTube for sure. Twitch they'll slap me right on the wrist for sure.
Yeah, I gotta pay somebody to make a alternative version of that song because I love that song and I think it really fits me. But yeah, it's I can't afford Noel Gallagher money. There's no way.
I know people. In 6 Chunks does music. The shirt I'm wearing tonight. I'll see if he can make. And he's into metal. Well, yeah, I guess you would call it metal. But I bet you he can do it. I'll see what he can do.
Okay. Yeah, let me know for sure.
That'd be interesting. So yeah, Backyard Pro. I want to get to. Gives me it's phenomenal stuff, and it got me through this pandemic. So thank you.
Thank you.
And I know Vanessa loves it as well. Because it's funny as shit. It's
dumb as shit as well. I can't believe
that's okay. It
how
should
fucking dumb it is.
It should be.
What was it? Talking Shop-A-Mania did 2 pay-per-views and made people pay for it. So,
listen, I don't want to talk about Talking Shop-Mania. Okay,
they're done.
I haven't watched it. I'm not watching it. I don't want to compare myself to that. Okay,
listen. They're done.
I'm just saying that there are dumber things out there.
Fair enough.
There's definitely dumber things out there. Talking Shop-A-Mania 3 is not happening. That's breaking news. I'm breaking it here. I heard it on their podcast. It's not happening. So Backyard Pro can keep going. Season 3.
That's one thing we have over them. So I'll take it. Their budget's like ridiculous, but
yeah, supposedly I guess they're going to Japan. Sorry, Vaughn. Sorry,
okay.
But
I'll just go to the UK.
It gives me it gives me obviously that feel. It gives me a Southpaw wrestling feel as well.
Yep.
How far and how long? This is kind of a dumb question because I think I know the answer. How far and how long are you going to take this Backyard Pro stuff?
Well, it's a lot of time on my hands.
Because you
Truthfully,
shoot it, right? You film it.
yeah, I shoot it, I edit it. Like I said, the ideas kind of come from a lot of people, but in the end, I'm like the Vince McMahon, so I pick it. But
That's
oh my
good.
god,
That's
the
good
scheduling
shit.
is like, because it was easier. The first season was very easy to put together because everyone, lockdown had just ended. All the wrestlers didn't have jobs, and everyone was available. Like I pretty much shot the first season in 2 weeks. This season has taken 6 months because of lockdowns and people getting injured and people going to, and hiding in America. Thank you, Jody. Um, and,
Jody
and just
Threat, by the way.
yeah, she's in the States right now. Um, it's taken a lot longer to put together, unfortunately.
Did you find it? Well, I guess you kind of answered that. Was it challenging with all the restrictions? I mean,
Yeah,
because your guys' restrictions are I don't know, they're different, and
yeah, for
whatever the
sure.
case is, I'm gonna throw numbers and stuff out there. So you could only have maybe 5 people in one shooting.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So like our first season, we were allowed five people outdoors.
okay,
Was the rule. So that's what we did. That's why we had our commentators for the show was just an empty commentary booth. Our ring announcer was like a
that's great.
was like a mask on like a post, like
Yeah,
because I tried to minimize everything I could. So it was just two wrestlers, a camera guy, and a ref. That's all it was for each match, and that's why I was at different locations.
right.
I never intended it to be different locations. It was just literally because of the situation we were in.
Yeah,
So the only person who was exposed to everything was me, essentially.
right. But
Yeah.
that's funny. An empty announce
Yeah.
booth.
Yeah, that was literally like one of the first ideas I was had because I was like, because I got different commentators to do each match, and I just thought the host of the show just can't be there because the restrictions, it doesn't allow for it.
When
So
you
I just put the audio in.
when you started it and you put it out on YouTube,
Mhm.
were people just like, "Well, this is just another." No, sorry for all the backyard wrestling. Sorry, Jordan Oliver. Were people just like, "This is just some stupid backyard people filming
Yes.
their shit"? Yes.
Yeah, that's literally 100% what happened because I put up the stuff on Facebook,
Okay.
and people couldn't wrap their mind around the idea because I didn't say what the idea was. I didn't tell people this is professional wrestlers pretending to be backyarders.
Right.
I just put it out there and just expected people to react to it, which was hilarious because there were some like Ontario veterans who would comment on like the stuff who didn't know who I was, didn't know who Forza was. And they would see like a photo of me as GF Hardy with like the Intercontinental title belt, or they'd see Forza as Jay Wheeler with like the WWE replica belt, and they'd be like, "Who are these who are these backyard guys just like promoting their stuff on this independent wrestling page?" And they're just like, "These guys need to get trained." Like there are all these comments, and then I was like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious." But by the time I started announcing people like Psycho Mike and
Right.
Josh Alexander and Ethan Page showed up, people were like, "Oh, okay,
I
it's
get
like
it.
professional. It's an indie wrestling show pretending to be a backyard show. That's literally all it is."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was never really intended to be comedy either. It was because if anyone remembers, like the first video I put out was like I bought a new camera with the CERB money we got here in Canada. I invested it in a camera, and then I put out a video just explaining that I want 10 Ontario wrestlers to do a backyard show. And then over the course of the next few weeks, we had like a group chat of the 10 of us, and it turned into like Psycho Mike versus The Rock, and everyone started pitching these ridiculous characters, and then it became a comedy show, which I'm thankful it did because it stands out like that.
That must be the other. Did Psycho Mike train at Squared Circle?
No, he trained at LLWA or something, but he was around Squared Circle a lot because he wrestled.
Yeah, because we had him on and we talked about his match against The Rock.
Oh man, I gotta see that.
And man, we love him. He's a phenomenal human being.
He's the best. Like
Zombie Mike is debuting soon.
Yeah, Zombie Mike is debuting soon. Yeah, he's just one of those guys who's been so talented for so long and has the most creative ideas. Like I literally, like some people, like I gave him the match.
Yeah.
I literally told Mike like, whatever you want to do, because I know whatever you think of is going to be ridiculous. And then that's how him and The Rock happened, and then that's how their 2 week long match happened. Like it's just Psycho Mike. That's all it is.
Yeah. I wonder if he ever, because I was watching. I know zombie Mike is coming out,
Yeah. Yep.
but for a while there during the middle of the pandemic, he was trying to learn a song on the guitar for the longest time,
Yeah.
and I have to know if he's finished it. That's all I really care about. If he's learned it yet.
I mean, he was definitely playing guitar when I was there filming with him last summer. I just don't know if he's still done it. I don't know.
All right, let's do a little word association. So we talked about Psycho Mike. What about Holden Albright?
Holden's like the hardest work record. So that's like so many words.
Yeah.
Hard worker is what I would say.
Yeah.
The man's doing like so many podcasts and connecting with like so many people in the community.
Yeah, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a little crazy at times.
That's his thing though.
Yeah, I learned that. The second time I had him on. No, might have been the first time we had him on. I think we learned he was crazy, and I'm
literally picturing him fly out of the ring at Alpha 1 onto his hips on the floor right now. Like I can see it in my mind.
What about Trey Miguel?
Trey's great. Fortunately got the team with him at Alpha once, and he's just like very another just very innovative guy. Unfortunately, people always compare him to Ricochet, which I feel like is not a fair comparison. It's very different, but they're both very innovative in their own way.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, just that remark just got me fired up again. If I was a WWE, I'd put a mask on Ricochet, make him fucking Prince Puma, or just Puma, or whatever trademark you can get, and let it be, because it ain't working. Anyways, Judas Icarus, I have written down here.
Judas, I've only seen a handful of his matches, but he was one of the guys that I was keeping my eye on because he was starting to come up in the Vancouver scene.
Yeah.
Just talented and young. That's pretty much what I have to say. I hope I get to wrestle him one day.
So if you were not a wrestler, I think I know this answer too, because you seem pretty talented in editing and filming from everything I've seen. So if you were not in the ring, stiff with Fuerza,
just stiffing Fuerza, yeah,
just stiffing them, what would you be doing?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably nailing the head. I mean, I do video work aside from wrestling,
right?
Yeah, that's probably exactly what I'd be doing. I'd love to run my own actual promotion one day, but
you're doing it. You're doing it right now.
I am running my own promotion, but an actual show in front of fans, because I'd love to do that one day. But I'd like to do that after I hit 30 years old, maybe in 5 years or so. I'm not ready for that right now.
You'll get there. You'll be running your own promotion.
I think I'd be really good at it too. I mean, I have a little bit of an ego, obviously, after doing Backyard Pro, so that that probably doesn't help me.
I've learned that you have to have an ego to run a promotion. That's what I've learned.
I think so. I've already learned what it's like to be a promoter and have to tell people no and say sorry, I can't have you on the show, I'd have actual backyarders contact me and I'd be like, yeah, it's not for actual backyard.
It's not that.
Dude. It's not that. Sorry.
See, that I would find easier to say if I was you. I would find easier to say, but you had to turn. Did you have to turn actual wrestlers down?
Yeah, if there were a few, but it's also comes down to budget and restriction. Yeah. I want to make sure that all the talent is paid to be on the show through the donation, so I have it budgeted out if it hits the right goal, right? But yeah, that's just the nature of doing a promotion. Because also people will say, hey, I want to be on the show, but everything is so character and story based that I need to have the right spot and the right circumstance for it to work, right? And
I just hear screaming upstairs. I hear the lady, the freaking...
Did your daughter hit the standing moonsault?
The ladies are... No, she already got yelled at for trying to do it off the couch. The ladies upstairs are screaming. Well, I like what you just said though. Character and story driven, and I think that's why I enjoy Backyard Pro so much.
it's very very little wrestling. Like the matches are maybe 6 to 8 minutes. Everything else is story,
Yeah,
and that's what makes it fun because it's just like everyone comes up with these stupid characters, and I point a camera in their face and say, "Hey, do a promo," or I'll say, "Hey, like, uh, go kidnap this person and throw them in a van." Just shit like that.
I know what else I thought of too. About Backyard Pro is when I watch it, because I love the characters and the stories. In my head, I visualize it as a graphic novel, as a comic. Like that's how I see it. And I mean, I don't have a question based around that, but
Yeah, I never thought of it that way actually, but that's interesting.
that's how I see it, and it's I think because it's so stupid, and I mean that in a pot. In
Oh
the
no,
best
for sure.
way possible.
Please tell me it's stupid. It's ridiculous. I'm just thankful all these wrestlers, especially like Josh Alexander and the people like that, are willing to make an ass of themselves. Like that's the best.
Rough Enough.
Yes.
What can we expect from it, and where did the idea come from?
The idea actually came from, I think it was Shane Saber and Psycho Mike. They said, "Oh, we should totally do a Tough Enough competition." And I was like, "Okay, done. Write it down." That was the idea we had for second season. It never happened, so we went with the pool Royal Rumble instead. But thankfully, we've been able to do Rough Enough. It's what can you expect? It's you can expect the Dancing Weapon to be a great coach. That's what you can expect, and a lot of really dumb characters. That's about it.
June 30th, season 3. What can we expect from that? More stupidity?
More stupidity. So it'll be 7 matches over the course of 3 episodes. Each episode will have Rough Enough, and then eliminations will happen as they go. So Rough Enough's not. Some people could think Rough Enough is separate. It's actually part of each episode.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I just picture the whole thing as a graphic. As a graphic now, because I'm into comics and I'm really heavily into them right now because I don't know, I'm just reading them. That's the mode I'm in, and that's how I visualize it. It's weird.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but that makes sense. There's so much, like I'm looking at like the scripts for episode 1 and 2 right now. On episode 3, like it is so little wrestling. It's just scene after scene after scene of stupid characters doing stupid things. But it kind of I kind of like, this is literally what I did when I was a kid. Like when I ran my backyard company, this is the same thing I would do. I would write up these little like scripts for like, oh, this guy challenges this guy in the back, or this guy attacks this guy in the back, and then we would just shoot it like a show, and then I'd go and edit it. And we made like 70 episodes of my backyard company. But it's the same thing as an adult. Like I'm literally doing the exact same thing I did when I was 14.
Yeah, it's weird because me and my 2 younger brothers, we would play the video games just like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And we create our own leagues,
create our own stories and stuff like that too.
Our own stories. We would write them down on notebooks.
Yep.
But we got out of the stupidity. Wait, I should have stuck with it. I never did. Yeah, I should have stuck with it.
When I told my dad, I was like, "Hey, can we use your backyard to film one of our matches? To film one of our backyard matches?" He told me I was regressing. He told me I was aging in reverse, which I thought was hilarious.
That is funny.
I'm like, "No, Dad, you don't understand. People are I can pay everybody for this. It's different. Yeah. I didn't pay anybody when I was 12."
That's insane, man. I did it all wrong. At that age. I did it all wrong. I was playing sport. I was walking around my town. My town literally was a circle, so I'd just walk around like this. I should have been wrestling. I should have been.
I don't know. I don't think it were like I mean, I was like very worried of like girls at school finding out about me wrestling. I thought they'd think I was so lame. So like people didn't know. Like if you were a friend of mine who backyard wrestled with me, you were like sworn to secrecy to not tell anybody.
Yeah, our town was so small that would never happen. It would.
Oh, I mean, ours is small, but it's not too small.
Yeah, that's insane. That's funny. Like we did our fair share of, I guess you would call it, backyard wrestling, but a lot of it was done in people's houses, so in-house.
Yeah. That's to me, backyard wrestling is anytime you get untrained wrestlers just fighting. It can be a basement, it can be a park.
Yeah,
it can be anything.
Good. because none of ours was done in a backyard. It was all done in houses, apartments.
None of ours is not all of ours is in backyards. We've had, a mini
Yeah.
putt course. We've
Yeah.
had a basement.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not all backyards. That's just what it's called.
Something we like to do on here is shed light on Canadian wrestling.
Sure, please.
Yes, because the pandemic. I mean, silver lining to the pandemic. We got Backyard Pro. We got a lot of different. It sucked. It sucked balls, but there was some cool things out of it. Backyard Pro came out. That was cool. I discovered independent wrestling. I guess technically before this, I did not know anything about independent wrestling.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I guess in theory, Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
was
to a degree.
independent.
Yeah, but I mean, they have a TV show and everything, so it's a little different.
But like, my eyes literally have been opened up. Like IWTV now.
Nice.
Smash, Alpha One, Crossbody. Help Me Vanessa, all the Canadian friggin' promotions that I knew nothing about.
Yeah,
nothing.
Well, that's good because I feel like there's a lot of wrestling fans who just either they don't care or they've never delved into looking at independent wrestling, and I really do feel like there's something for everybody.
I think, and I agree with that. Independent wrestling, there's something for everybody.
It's great.
Specifically talking about Canadian wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I think when people hear Canadian wrestling, because I know this, because this is how I used to think. They'd hear Canadian wrestling, the first thing they would think of is Bret Hart, and that's it. It stops there. And that's not the case.
That's such a shame.
Nothing.
I know that like American wrestlers know that Canadian wrestlers are good because every once in a while they'll wrestle one of us and be like, oh wow, they're really good. But it never goes more than that. They don't. Because there's just so much wrestling in the States that they don't need to look anywhere else.
Do we need more eyes on Canadian wrestling?
Absolutely. That would be wonderful. But one thing that's stopping us, unfortunately, is our geography.
Yes.
Like if we were to combine like the Vancouver scene with the Toronto scene, with the Montreal scene, with like the Maritime scene into one and have the best of the best, it'd be impossible because our country takes 3 days to drive across, or more than that. Like it just wouldn't happen. Unfortunately, America's a lot more tight knit, and you can go city to city, right?
Right.
Like if we were able to cross the border more easily, it'd be a much better situation for Canadian independence in general.
Yeah.
Mind you, we can bring in American talent.
Yeah.
No problem. Like they can cross the border, and it's never an issue. It's just the other way around. Unfortunately, I'm sure you've heard that from other Canadian.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and I was shocked when I heard it the first time. I think it was Tyson Dukes.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he got really screwed for sure.
I had no idea. I felt when I heard it, I felt ashamed to be an American to find out that's how it happened.
It's just what it is. That's also partly why I started going to the UK. It's just easier to get into the country. They're more relaxed about having people come in and working.
Yeah, that sucks. That's shitty.
It's unfortunate.
So, season 3, June 30th, we got that coming up. Backyard Pro. What else you got lined up? Anything? I mean, is it a lockdown still up there?
Lockdown just ended. There's like a 3-phase thing to get back to normal. Essentially, we're just about to enter the second stage. I think on actually June 30th.
Okay.
So I think. At stage 3, we're allowed to do outdoor shows, I believe, but not quite indoor shows. I think that might have to wait till the fall. But if we can start doing outdoor shows, that's a step in the right direction because it's hot as balls out right now. So.
Right. I was going to say, you probably wouldn't want to be indoors. Yeah, for sure.
No, exactly. But yeah, in terms of stuff coming up, it's pretty much just Backyard Pro for now. There's a few things in the works that aren't announced. But, you can stick to my socials and you can find out about that.
Yeah. We got those linked on there. Phenomenal. Great stuff. Vaughn, something we do at the end of every show is I'm going to give you the mic now. And
oh, boy.
I literally don't give a shit what you say. I don't care if you I don't care. You can put yourself over. You can put Psycho Mike over. You can bury Fuerza if you want. I don't care. I will not interrupt.
What am I going to say?
I will not interrupt the floor.
You're not going to interrupt me? I just have the floor?
Yes,
oh
I can interrupt. I think I've done it like twice. I might have interrupted twice. I will try not to.
Listen, you can interrupt because I'm fine having the conversation. I mean, just support Canadian wrestling, if whether it be Backyard Pro or C4 Wrestling, Alpha One Wrestling, Barry Wrestling. There's a tons of ECCW. There's a tons of great Canadian promotions that I wish more American people would watch. And chances are a lot of these guys you're going to see eventually. It's just we're just trying to get into America. We're trying to get on those bigger shows that you already watch. You know, I don't have much else to say other than that. Like I'm just very proud of our scene, and I hope people can see the talent that we have here.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. I know
Well, thank you.
Vanessa's doing her best to bring some eyes to Canadian wrestling over here. I know that Vanessa is just chomping at the bit to get out to see some live wrestling too. So
oh my god, I can't.
Vanessa, you're in Ontario, right?
Yeah, I'm in Sarnia. So we would have
Sarnia.
seen you like smash wrestling when we were in that bar where you like couldn't jump off the top rope because the ceiling was so low.
I didn't wrestle for Smash there. I did wrestle. I wrestled Destiny once there, and I wrestled for Chem Valley.
Yeah, so but like that's where it started as a thing. So I couldn't remember if you were there. It was Halal Beefcake that was there, and they tried to jump off the top rope, and like the guy's fro was like hitting the ceiling.
Of course they did. They would do that. They would do that. Love Halal Beefcake. Love those guys.
Oh, they're so great. But so I've been not crossbody, but Chem Valley, and then Destiny. Destiny's brought some good stuff through here.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Sarnia is definitely out there, but I guess like probably London is like your next driving place to go to wrestling shows.
Yeah, London would be next. Yeah.
Okay, so that's probably Smash then. That's pretty much the only company that comes through there.
Yeah, pretty much. I know, like, I think Chem Valley was working on doing a show. I've done a couple shows there, but yeah, mostly it's just.
Well, I'm a tag champ there, so hopefully I find out about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm always like, hey, what's going on? And he never tells me anything. He's like, hey, you should help out. And I'm like, sure. I don't know anything, but I'll try.
Last time I talked to him, he said, hey, can I have you on my podcast? I'm like, yeah, sure. And I never heard anything back, so I don't know. Who knows?
I've never been to an independent show, and I
want you have to change that, dude. Come on.
I really have never
honestly
been. I know. I
saw it. But you have to sit front row, and you have to find out, according to the seating, where they're entering, and you have to sit exactly opposite because that's the best seat in the house.
I'm kind of into that show at the bar. I kind of want to be at a bar.
Those are the best shows because they're rowdy. Listen, here's what you need to do. You need to open up that Wrestle Map. You need to figure out where you are on a map because you don't know geography, apparently.
I have no idea.
And then look up what promotions are around you. That's what Wrestle Map's there for.
There you go. I can do that. Yeah, I need it at like a bar, or maybe a bar with like that plays some music. We have some music going at the same time. Can I just mix everything? Can we make it about me, Vaughn? Can it be about me and what I enjoy?
It could be if you start your own company. That's why I started Backyard Wrestling, because I watch stupid Backyard Wrestling with Forza anyways.
Look, I may claim to know a lot about wrestling, but I cannot start a company or write. I mean, I'd get fired. They would I'd get canceled. Cancel culture would get me, just like they got what's her face, Kenise Mobley, out of here, gone.
But if it's your company, then you can't fire yourself.
They'd find a way to do it.
The community could fire you, I guess, but that's it.
They'd find a way to. They'd find a way.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying, you got to get out there. You got to go to an independent show. That's where the best wrestling's happening.
That's
not even just like it's the best experiences of wrestling happening.
Oh no, for sure it is, and that's what like my husband loves going to the live shows, and if we cannot sit front row exactly where I explained, then he goes and like to the promoter or whoever's running, and he's like, I need 2 seats right here, and they always give us the 2 seats.
That's amazing. They just add chairs to put there. That's so funny.
Just like, here you go.
He did it the one time. He's like, I need 2 seats right here.
That's the beauty of independent wrestling. You couldn't go up to Vince McMahon and say that, you know?
Yeah.
You can't say, hey, I want these chairs right here.
And then like they move the people over and everything, and then like they're at the merch tables and they come back. And I was like, oh my god, I was so embarrassed.
I was gonna say, yeah. I will say this though about the WWE. So I went to a Raw. I I went to the Raw where they debuted the 24/7 title, which is a debacle now, but they debuted it and it was cool. I had great seats and whatnot. I brought my kids. It was great and blah, 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 blah. But like 2 weeks later, I went to a house show, a WWE house show. So we weren't on TV and it was so much better.
Yeah.
The house show.
House shows are like traditionally a lot more fun.
Right.
Because they're given like on Raw, they're given 4 minutes and it's 4 minutes. On a house show, they're given 10 to 12 minutes and they can do whatever they want.
Oh my gosh. It was
a lot more control.
1,000 times better than, first of all, it was the entire thing was shorter than Raw.
Yeah.
And it was better. And it's what I would expect. It's what I imagine an independent show would be because I had way more fun. It was just,
that's exactly it. That a house show basically is an independent show.
Yeah.
It's just the camera's off. That's all it is.
Yeah. And the camera's off. To the wrestlers, the camera wasn't off. Like they still gave it, like they performed to top notch. So I remember Randy Orton took off his fucking vest and threw it, or his little hoodie that was cut off and threw it. And then I was in the bathroom taking a piss, and there's like this 12-year-old there, and he caught it in the front row. And I'm just staring.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I'm just staring. I'm thinking to myself, motherfucker, man, I can get that. I can get that out of nowhere. I can come right out of nowhere and get that. It's rip it right off his jacket. But no, I did catch a pancake from the New Day.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never caught anything, but my friend Wayne again, who's Trish Stratus's nephew, he got Carlito's "Do you spit or do you swallow" T-shirt.
Oh, interesting.
Which he wore to school and got in trouble for.
I can see that. And now we can take everything that you've said tonight about your friend's aunt. You fell in love.
Oh no,
this
is gonna be very out of context.
You fell in love with your friend's aunt, Trish Stratus, and Spit and Swallow. We're gonna edit that all together. And
oh shit. I mean, to be fair, like everyone told him, "Oh, your aunt's so hot." When they were, and I felt bad for him.
Yeah,
I was like, "This is his aunt, dude. He doesn't need to hear this." I get it, it's Trish Stratus, but come on, man.
Yeah,
you're just a horny 10-year-old. Like, what are you talking about?
And for sure. Plus, that's a lot of work. I'll never get to it. I'll never get to that. In theory, it's funny, but are you still friends with him?
No, we exchanged like a text here or there. He's busy being a lawyer. I mean, which is pretty funny.
He's busy being a lawyer, and you're busy editing Psycho Mike wrestling The Rock.
I'm busy wrestling my friends in my parents' backyard. That's
exactly.
It's literally the difference. I'm doing the same thing I did when I was a kid.
That's awesome, though. I wish I could still do that. That'd be great. Do you? Okay, all right. Let's get serious for a second. Do you wish you made a different life choice?
No, I absolutely love wrestling. It's just you know how it is. Like you look at people like my age that are starting to have kids and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh god, I'm not even an adult here. I'm just wrestling and making stupid videos.
All right,
but no, this is the way I want to live my life. This is great.
I agree. I think you're doing great. I think everything you're doing is great. Let's okay, for example, I'm going to help you here. I'm going to help you. How old are you?
I'm 25.
You're fine. Okay? You're fine. Okay? Take a deep breath. I didn't marry my lovely wife until son of a bitch till 27, I think. We just had our 13-year anniversary. So all is well. And even if that's not in the cards for you, you're 25. You're good. Vanessa, you got some life tips for him?
Live your life. Figure out who you are
there you
first.
Go. There you go.
Well, I'm still trying to figure that out. Hopefully I find out by 30. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't put time limits on yourself. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah,
just make your goal list of what you want to do. So you want to go to Japan, write it down, put it out into the universe.
Speak it into existence.
Yes.
True.
Speak it into existence, put it into the universe. And then once you tick that off, start a new list, and then you just keep moving. And that's how you keep moving, and that's how you grow.
This has been great. I feel like I've just signed up for a therapy session. It's been very fun.
Come back every month or so. We'll check in.
Yeah. Well, we can do weekly, bi-weekly, whatever works.
How you doing today, Vaughn? How you doing? Did you how you feeling this week? Did you
Feeling
kick
good.
it?
Do you want me to send you the $50 or?
No, man. Hey, I'll
We give free advice. We give free advice. We're
Cheap.
terrible.
$50 is cheap.
That is true.
Well, if you're giving cheap advice, maybe that's why it's so low.
That's true.
I pay for, well, yes, therapy costs a lot of money.
It's very expensive.
Yes, it does. Yes, whatever. I don't even know how we got on this topic, but yeah, no, you're fine. You're 25 years old. You're fine.
All right. Thank you.
You're doing great shit.
Trying.
Motherfucker. Some people don't even start life till 25.
No, it's definitely true. It's just I'm one of those people who's never satisfied. I keep need to be doing something.
Well, that's good. That's a good characteristic to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're standing
Very humble. Very humble.
you're
I try to be.
You're standing in your basement. I ain't gonna take much advice from you. But yeah.
Oh boy.
I just don't want to see people get down on themselves.
Nah, I'm good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll go on Twitter and see somebody say like, "Oh, Backyard Pro is so fun," and I'll feel better. Don't worry about it.
Hey, at least you didn't get released today.
I mean, if I got released, that'd be a miracle without a contract.
Right? Exactly. Good God Almighty. Anyways, I can't fall down that rabbit hole again. Vaughn, a couple things I want to say before we say adieu. Yeah, that's the word. Before we say adieu, I appreciate you rescheduling to make this happen.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. I felt bad about canceling, so
yeah,
I'm glad we were able to make it work.
It's not a big deal. I mean, we've canceled shows before on people, and we do feel bad, but hell, that's life. So I appreciate you rescheduling. Our Forbidden Door, we took it off a long time ago, so you're welcome back anytime you need to plug.
Sure, I'd love to be back. Absolutely.
And we put your links up. Vaughn Vertigo, pretty much everywhere in Backyard Pro.
Yep.
Pretty much everywhere.
Pretty much. We don't have a TikTok. We're thinking about it.
You should do it.
I don't know. I have no idea how TikTok works.
That's okay. I have over 10,000 followers. I'll teach you.
On TikTok? Oh, no way.
I'm so good. I'm so good at it. Here's what I do. I take something you say and I post it.
That's how it works?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much I steal things from everybody.
So you're telling me I can take Psycho Mike hitting the rock with a chair a bunch and put that on TikTok?
Yes.
Yep. Think that'd do well?
Yes, you could. Yeah. But I think
there's a lot of out of context things I could take from Backyard Pro and upload there.
But the big question is, Vaughn, can you do it before I do it?
I'd rather you do it, to be honest, and save you some time.
But I'll do it right now. I love Psycho Mike. I really do. I may have a unhealthy infatuation with him because
he's the best.
He is really good. Like Vanessa, we had a great interview with him, right?
Yeah, he was like teaching us he was like giving us definitions of words that he was using.
We learned new words. I think we had 2 hours maybe with him.
Oh, he just was like, I need to talk to somebody. I'm bored.
Because that was at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Quote unquote pandemic. Which I've learned is going to be an endemic if it keeps going. But
we'll see.
Whatever. Whatever. That's what I told my wife. Whatever. Just throw the protocols right out. Just. Anyways.
Do this now.
But yeah, I would definitely do TikTok. In all seriousness, I would do TikTok. There's a lot of wrestling people on there.
Is there? Okay, that's good.
Well, first of all, there's a lot of people like myself. So, just like a wrestling fan posting stuff.
Okay.
But there's also wrestlers. Like we just had Alex Kane, the Suplex Assassin, from MLW. He's on there. That's how we booked the interview. Was through TikTok.
Wow. Okay.
So
I just haven't jumped into it at all. I didn't realize how. I guess I didn't really see the benefit of the wrestling community in it, but yeah, if people are using it, then maybe I should.
And there's what promotion is it in Maine? They
Limitless?
have it.
is Limitless.
Yes, Limitless
They have
has
TikTok?
has a TikTok.
Shoot. Okay. Huh. I'll have to take a look at that. Wow.
Yeah. Why not? Because like in a couple years, TikTok could be gone and something new would be up. So you might as well use it now.
Yeah, you're probably entirely right. That's kind of how it works, right?
That's exactly how it works. TikTok is what Vine was. You're younger than
Oh
me.
no, I had Vine. Don't worry.
Okay, so
I wasn't making Vines, but I definitely had Vine.
TikTok is what Vine was a few years
Yeah.
ago,
Yep.
and that fell off, and now TikTok is here, and yeah. Oh, here's another thing. So you got Backyard Pro. You got the YouTube channel for Backyard Pro.
Yep.
Do YouTube Shorts for it.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
I think I saw that as an option. I just never.
Yeah. If you have the YouTube app on your phone, and you click, hold on, I'll tell you exactly what it is. If you,
Oh, it's actually just on the app, not on the desktop version.
I don't know. I only do mine on the app.
Well, let's
So
see.
if I click the YouTube app and click plus, it says upload a video or create a short. You can click create a short, and then you can literally upload. It's basically TikTok, but for YouTube.
Yeah, same idea. Interesting.
That definitely, I think you should do TikTok. First of all, let's get that out of the way. But
Okay.
also YouTube Shorts will help the Backyard Pro channel because it's intertwined. So
Yeah.
if you post a 15-second clip of Psycho Mike slamming a chair across somebody's back on a
Yeah.
short, and a lot of people see it, they can just
And they
literally
go to the page from there. Yeah,
no,
interesting.
they don't even have to go to the page from there. They can click
Wow,
subscribe right from there.
Huh.
So
Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that for sure.
I say Coach Four in the chat says if you upload a video to YouTube on a PC and it's under 60 seconds, it'll automatically go to a short.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Okay.
boom.
Oh, shoot. Interesting.
And I know that's helped our channel out. Look, we've garnered a lot of subscribers from that. I
Wow,
think.
okay.
So
Huh.
something to think about.
Yeah, definitely. No, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that.
I can't wait to finish this interview and go grab all the Psycho Mike things I can.
I mean, you can do it if you want. I don't mind.
So
The more exposure is better, right?
I mean, we probably got 10 alone on the interview we did with him.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, he's a very like how do I explain him? He's very like intelligent. I find.
Yeah, he's
like his mind works in a different way. You know.
He's built differently, as the kids say.
Yeah, literally.
As the kids say.
So
He's also jacked.
Yeah. Here, just aside, if we don't ever have a guest, we have permission to play Backyard Pro on our channel and do a watch along.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Jackpot.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's definitely some music on there that'll probably get you canned, but
we'll figure it.
Yeah.
We've done it. I think we did Taco Fest once, and we
Okay.
had to like turn the entrance because Pretty Ricky has the Karate
best.
Kid song.
Yeah, exactly. So
You're the best
yeah,
around.
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah, Pretty Ricky always ruining it for everybody.
Yeah, well, mine does too with Heat of the Moment, so it's
That's true.
I understand that.
Oh man, so good, awesome
Thank you. It's a
stuff.
great theme song.
It is a good song. It's great. I want to play it right now, but I can't. I have two strikes on.
Can you play it as my? Can you sing it as my outro?
We probably can only do like 5 or 6 seconds.
Hold on. Let me look.
No.
Let me look up the lyrics so I don't mess.
Yeah,
it up.
I want to hear it sung as I leave here.
Heat of the moment.
Oh goodness.
Noel Gallagher. Don't get the. I think it's a song by Asia. Not that one. You want Noel Gallagher?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Not if. Did it come up at Asia? Because that's the other one.
Yeah. I'm 40-something years old. Of course it's coming up, Asia. I don't even know if I know the other song. It's the same one, right?
Wait, so you thought my theme song was by Asia?
Yes.
That's even better. It's not by Asia.
It should be.
I don't know that one actually.
Now I definitely want to play it. Wait a minute. Time out, everybody. Time out. Hold on.
Is it the same song, just a cover from
I
the?
don't think so. There's no way, is it?
All right, Noel Gallagher, Oasis, right? Noel Gallagher,
Yeah, that's the
Oasis.
guy from Oasis.
All right, Heat of the Moment, right? That's
Can't
not
be
a
the same
cover,
lyrics.
is it?
No, the lyrics are different.
Oh shit! I clicked the song. It's gonna play.
Oh god.
Are you serious?
It's definitely different lyrics.
I definitely can't sing that one. I don't know it.
I can't believe you thought my song was by Asia. That's even funnier.
I know. Shame on me. I was
I don't
like,
know what it sounds like. I gotta listen to it.
it's way better.
Maybe I should just switch to this one. From 1982. Wow. Okay.
I was 3.
I wasn't born yet.
Negative
Okay.
13 years old.
I feel like I need to listen to this.
Oh, different. Okay, so Heat of the Moment is Asia. In the Heat of the Moment is Noel Gallagher.
Ah, there you go. In the heat of the moment.
See, that's where I got. Oh man, wow! I totally.
Oh,
botched.
that's Heat of the Moment by Asia? I know this song.
I totally botched that.
I kind of like that as a theme song too, though.
Wow, I'm a big Oasis fan too. I would have definitely popped for that. I would have. We would have been all over that.
Well, it's by Noel Gallagher, not Oasis, but
Oh, whatever. Same difference.
I mean, Oasis also would get you banned. So
Yeah. So, oh my God, they're already suing me because I mentioned their names.
yeah, probably they're just raking in all the money right now.
Liam right now is just put out a cigarette.
Yeah, exactly. He just put it down.
he's swiping it up.
Made $1 million.
Oh
Crazy.
man, wow. Man, I apologize for that. Whew.
Oh, that's actually really funny, to be honest. Amazing.
I'm more excited about the Asia song.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, guys, I should probably get going.
Yeah.
So,
I tried to let you go about 20 minutes ago. I couldn't.
Oh, it's fine. I had fun.
Yeah. Anytime, Vaughn. You're welcome back anytime. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us, man.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. See ya.
Yeah. Peace.
Night.
Awesome. Great.